Welcome to weekly Forex forecast. Traders, upcoming week there is NFP and I will be doing a complete multi-time frame analysis of all the pairs that we might find significant trading opportunity in the upcoming week. Now, first week of the month, as you know that there is NFP coming and we might see increased volatility in all those instruments. I'll be doing one by one full multi-time frame analysis starting with DXY, as well as we will be looking at euro dollar, Aussie dollar, British pound US dollar, GBP JPY, dollar yen, dollar CAD and gold. Now the list is not longer, but I'll suggest you to watch all of them. As you have seen in our previous weekly Forex forecast, most of the pairs did exactly according to the analysis. Now before I do this analysis, traders, make sure you give a thumbs up and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So with that being said, let's begin this week's weekly Forex forecast. Okay, traders, so let's begin first of all looking at the monthly chart to see overall picture in the market, looking at DXY, as DXY can give us suitable entry opportunity and we can look for other instrument as well based on the DXY analysis. Now this is the monthly candle just have closed and we could see a new monthly opening tomorrow. So we can see that there was a significant drop on DXY. This is the monthly drop, which is a massive drop to this support level. And after break of this previous monthly support, we saw there is a long wick candle has been formed. Now the question is the market coming down to fill that wick, or we could see rejection to the upside? As this is a very important level of support, I think that we might see DXY is this month's remaining bullish, as we have seen that from this support level there is a bounce, expecting now DXY to go ahead and retest this support, which is turning resistance. If we look at the weekly chart to see how the market is doing, now we can see that from the weekly perspective, this is the weekly candle. After break of this support, we can see there is a weekly bounce, which is significant bullish candle from the weekly time frame. And what we can expect this week for DXY to come down for a deeper pullback and then to continue to bounce back to the upside to create a new higher high. If we look at the daily chart to see a bit more clearer picture, we can see that from the daily perspective, back to back 3 days, we have seen that bull move, which is potentially signaling a change of trend. As we have seen that DXY was in a bearish trend in that area, we can expect DXY now to bounce as it has broken the monthly support. There is a new monthly candle, expecting DXY to start to move back to the resistance line again. If we look at the intraday perspective from the 4-hour time frame, we can see that DXY has formed an inverted head and shoulder, and we have seen a complete breakout from that inverted head and shoulder. We have seen a retest which is showing a very organized uptrending market structure. We'll be waiting for, with the market open, deeper pullback. We can expect a retest of this previous neckline of this previous resistance in that area, which is turning support here, and then to continue to the upside to create a new higher high. And I think that with the NFP, we might see ultimately DXY moving back to the upside to retest this neckline of this head and shoulder. So based on that, we will be looking at euro dollar. We can see that euro dollar just mirroring DXY as expected. Also in our previous weekly analysis, euro dollar started to drop in that direction. At the moment, we can see that there is a consolidation, and this is a very important reversal pattern here. We can see the market started to drop. Let's look at first of all monthly chart to see overall picture in the market on euro dollar as well. Now from the monthly, we can see that this is the monthly long wick candle, And this monthly long wick candle, if we closely look at, we can see that there is a pattern here. And with this monthly long wick candle, what we can expect now, euro dollar to drop back again. As we have seen, there is a strong rejection on euro dollar, expecting it to come down and then to move back to the upside to create a new higher high. If we look at the weekly chart on euro dollar, we can see that from the weekly, after break of this high, the market has started to drop here. It's a massive drop on the weekly. And what I think that this week we might see either a pullback, or even without a pullback, the price may continue to drop to the downside to create a new lower low. If we look at the daily chart on euro dollar, we can see that from the daily, this is a complete breakdown from this resistance line. We saw that there is a double top, a complete breakdown with this double top, and we have seen that every session the market is forming series of lower high in that area on euro dollar, and there is a important support here on euro dollar, and I think that the price may continue to drop to break that support or even to create a new lower low. Now if we look at the intraday perspective, we can see predictable a change of trend. We have seen that there was a support here that multiple times the price respected, and finally we have seen a complete break from that support with a huge bearish engulf around the 4-hour time frame, and we have seen multiple retest of this level, creating series of lower high, which is a sign that the bears are getting stronger and the bulls are getting weaker and weaker on euro dollar. We can expect on euro dollar for the market to retest and then to continue to drop to create a new lower low. So this is where we will be waiting. We might see what I think that euro dollar even could continue to drop from the previous 4-hour candle. So any break above, as we have seen, this is a very strongly falling market. Any break above to grab liquidity, we will be looking for going short on euro dollar with a high probability trade setup. Let's look at AUD USD. Looking at first of all monthly chart to see overall picture in the market. Now from the monthly, we can see that AUD USD this month there is a very strong rejection from this support level. Now with that strong rejection on AUD USD, we might see now a deeper pullback from the monthly perspective. If we look at the weekly chart on AUD USD, we can see that from the weekly there was a strong bounce on AUD USD, followed by previous week we saw a narrow rejection. This is a very important level of resistance, and from that resistance we can expect AUD USD now to come down for a deeper pullback. So this week, like euro dollar and GBPUSD, also we can expect AUD USD to remain bearish. Now if we look at the daily chart, we can see that there is a bullish trend, but we have seen a complete break of structure on AUD USD. This is the daily bearish engulfer, and with that rejection from this resistance, expecting AUD USD to remain bearish, we may see that another break of structure below this support. We can expect AUD USD to come down before bouncing back to the upside. From the 4-hour time frame, we can see that AUD USD, this is the 4-hour channel, and in this channel we have seen a complete break of structure on AUD USD. We'll be waiting for a pullback and then continuation to the downside to create a new lower low. Now this is where I will be waiting for potential price action confirmation for this potential move to the downside on AUD USD. Now let's see GBP USD. Let's see what kind of trading opportunity we have on British Pound US Dollar. Looking at the monthly chart to see overall picture in the market. Now from the monthly, we can see that GBP USD is currently getting a rejection from the resistance line. Long-term trend on GBP USD is bullish. Now this is the monthly close, and we can expect now deeper pullback on GBP USD before it move back to the upside, as there is a monthly close. If we look at the weekly chart, we can see that this is a bullish market structure on the weekly. There is a massive bounce followed by a pullback, and we have seen back-to-back 2 weeks bullish move, followed by this week we have seen a rejection from the top. Now with that rejection, expecting GBPUSD to come down for a deeper pullback before it continue towards its long-term uptrend. If we look at the daily chart on GBPUSD, we can see that this is the daily price action where there is a bearish candle followed by another bearish candle followed by last day we have seen a bearish engulfer on GBPUSD, which is signaling potential further downside. We have seen there is an important level of support here on GBPUSD, and we can expect further downside as this market currently overextended. We can expect it to come down either to daily 20 EMA or further downside. From the 4-hour, we can see there is a head and shoulder formation here, which is a complete reversal pattern, and we have seen that a breakdown from that reversal pattern on GBPUSD. We will be waiting for the market to retest this resistance and then to drop back down again. This is where we will be waiting for potential trading opportunity on GBPUSD. As this market currently in a downtrend, we will be waiting for any price action confirmation for this potential drop towards downside. Now let's look at gold. Let's see what kind of price action it is forming. Now as you has seen that past week gold was very volatile. Now let's see this week what we can expect with the NFP. Now this is the monthly candle on gold. We can see that there is a monthly bounce on gold. The market has closed above this level on the monthly on gold, and with that bounce, what I think that this month the price may try to come down for a deeper pullback. This monthly price action is still bullish. I think that with the market open with NFP, we may see deeper pullback before it bounce back to the upside. Dropping down to the weekly chart, we can see that weekly past week there wasn't much volatility, but still we can see that there is a narrow red candle formation, which is in fact a very narrow within the previous weekly high and low. Therefore this week we might see any test of this, either this weekly opening and closing or this weekly high, and then we can expect gold to drop down, break below this level to create a new lower low. Now if we look at the daily chart, what we can see that from the daily on gold, this is the daily price action from the daily time frame. There is a double top, and we have seen a breakdown on the daily. Last day of trading week, we can see that there is a series of lower high formation, and with that break, what I think that this week we can expect initial downside, as we can see the bulls couldn't create a new higher high. It might require deeper liquidity grab either from this support or from this support to create a new lower low. Now if we look at the intraday perspective, we can see that this is a long consolidation pattern, and from that consolidation we have seen a complete breakdown to the downside with this strong momentum, and with that breakdown expecting gold to come down to create a new lower low. If we look at for the lower time frame from the 1 hour perspective, we can see that there is a complete break of structure. Currently the market below this support level. What we can expect on gold for the market to retest this previous support turning resistance, with the market open expecting gold to bounce initially and then to retest to drop back down to create a new lower low. This is where any trading opportunity, I will be waiting for potential trading opportunity after a price action confirmation. If we look at the 15-minute chart from the day trading perspective, we might see initial bounce with the market open, and once we see the price is showing confirmation, we can look for trading opportunity based on price action confirmation. Now let's see dollar CAD. Let's see what kind of trading opportunity we have. Looking at the monthly chart on dollar CAD, we can see that from the monthly This is the monthly bearish candle. So far we have seen a very strong drop on dollar CAD. Therefore we can expect a bounce in this market. As we have seen, there is a break of support, expecting it to bounce back to the upside to create a new higher high. If we look at the weekly chart, we can see that there is a huge drop, almost 4 weeks of drop on dollar CAD. The market currently below this, just on the support level. As we have seen last week, there wasn't much volatility, but we have seen long week candle, expecting dollar CAD this week to bounce and move back to the upside for a deeper pullback. If we look at the daily chart, we can see that there is a daily bounce followed by back-to-back 2 daily dojis with a series of higher high and higher low formation. I think that this week we might see a break of support, and this could be the level that we can look at on dollar CAD for the market to bounce back up. Now, from the intraday perspective, from 4-hour time frame, we can see that this is a channel on dollar CAD, and from the channel expecting for the market to bounce and then to go back up to the resistance line. Any break from this level that can give us suitable entry opportunity on dollar CAD. As soon as we will find suitable entry, we'll be looking for going long with a high probability trade setup. Now let's look at GBP JPY. Let's see what kind of opportunity we have. Looking at the monthly chart on GBP JPY, we can see that from the monthly, GBP JPY has made a very strong bounce in this market. This is the monthly support on GJ, and with that monthly support, we have seen there is a strong rejection from the support level, expecting GJ to bounce back up to create a new higher high. If we look at the weekly chart, we can see that from the weekly perspective, there is a weekly rejection, long week candle followed by a bullish candle followed by a doji. And we can see that in this market from the weekly, GBP JPY pushing high to create a new higher high. We might see that GJ is remaining bullish. If we look at the daily chart on GBP JPY, we can see that there is a daily doji. And last day of trading week, we have seen significant bullish move, expecting for this market to remain bullish. As we can see that the market from this support level had a bounce, and this is a long-term bullish market. So if we look at the 4-hour chart on GBP JPY to see how the market is doing, we can see that from the 4-hour perspective, this is an important level of support on GJ. There is a, if you closely look at, there is a liquidity candle on the 4-hour, which is signaling potential strong bounce on GBP JPY. We can see that series of higher low formation on GJ, and with that series of higher low formation, and we will be waiting for the market to come down for a deeper pullback and then to bounce back up to create a new higher high. This is where you will be waiting for potential trading opportunity on GBP JPY. Now let's see dollar yen. Let's see what kind of trading opportunity we have in dollar yen. Looking at the monthly chart to see overall picture in the market on dollar yen, we can see that from the monthly there is a very strong bounce. As this week we are expecting DXY to be bullish, we can expect dollar yen to bounce back up to create a new higher high. This is an important level of support on dollar yen, and we will be waiting for the market to give us potential bounce. If we look at the weekly chart, we can see that there is a weekly bounce, and this weekly bounce signaling potential further upside. As we can see that this weekly candle is a very strong bullish candle, we will be waiting for dollar yen to move back up to the resistance line. If we look at the daily chart on dollar yen, we can see that from the daily, this is the daily bullish candle followed by another daily bull candle. Last day of trading week, we can see that there is a strong bullish price action on dollar yen, and waiting for the market to come down for a pullback and then to bounce back up to create a new higher high. If we look at the intraday perspective on dollar yen, we can see that the market is forming series of higher low, and in that series of higher low we see the market has broken currently the structure. Still we can expect further upside as it is a very strong bullish market structure. We can expect a pullback and then continuation to the upside. And I think that this week, as dollar expecting to be bullish, we might see dollar yen is bouncing back to this resistance line. As soon as we will find suitable entry confirmation along this zone, we will be looking for going long on dollar yen with a high probability trade setup. Traders, if you enjoyed this analysis, make sure you give a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. So with that said, thank you, and I'll see you soon in my next analysis.